Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield. And today, my friends, we are going to continue on helping Bingo Boffin, the hobbit who's trying to go on an adventure in the Shire. So we're going to meet him at the Waymeet, right where we left off. We were actually in the exact same spot that we left off last time. So we're going to get here on our goat. Actually, you know what? We're going to ride our fateful Thunderboar. Yeah, alright. So let's ride, Boa, ride. He leaves little sparks on the ground while he walks, which is pretty cool. Little, like, lightning sparks, if you see him right there. Alright, well, my friends, let's go meet him there. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day in Middle-earth. Don't forget to grab a nice drink to enjoy yourselves. If you're new to the channel, maybe give a like and subscribe. That would be awesome, my friends. And we do a lot of Lord of the Rings content here. I focus mostly on voiceovers in Lord of the Rings Online and doing gameplay and guides for this game, but then I do a lot of other LOTRO content as well, including Rise to War and many other games in the future is my hope. All Lord of the Rings content here, haha! We love Tolkien. Alright, we like talking about Tolkien. That's a tongue tire. Alright, my friends, so we're going down to the Waymeet to meet Bingo. Here's some thunder in the distance, you hear that sound effect? Gonna be a storm soon in the game. Oh, look at the beautiful stars in this game, though. And the moon. I think it's really cool and well done. You notice the moon, I believe, is a sort of a copy of our actual moon, right? The image. But it actually is moving slightly. So there's like 3-hour time periods in this game where it's like 3 hours night, 3 hours day, about. So if you notice, it's slightly, ever so slightly moving to this way. See it? See, just watch it, just ever so slightly. The sun does that too, but it's a lot brighter in the game, so it's easier to see the moon. Obviously, for realistic reasons in real life too. Ooh. Hear it? The thunder? That's a cool sound effect. All right, here he is. He's all prepared. Journeying hobbit. He's got a nice little flower, whatever that's called. A little, oh, gosh, I can't think what it's called. Is it a brooch or is that only for girls? I don't remember right now, but he's all ready to go. It's a funny little character, right? Look at that. Love it. All right, let's talk to him.
I think I forgot something.
I think I forgot something, Zollin. I have spent the last few minutes trying to decide what has been troubling me, and I think I have at last got it sorted out. My walking stick. I left it leaning against the side of my hobbit hole and did not pick it up when we departed. Would you mind running back to my hole and retrieving the walking stick? I thought it was easy to leave, and easy it was. Easy to leave without my walking stick, but I miss it already and cannot go much longer without it. I hope you do not think me a fool for leaving it, but leave it I did. I will continue on to Bywater while you fetch the walking stick, so we can not slow the journey over much. I will meet you in the center of Bywater in a short while. Alright, we will get back on our boar. Apparently you don't have a mount. We should have got you a boar or something to make it faster, but you keep walking and we'll meet you there. Oh, I hear the thunder again. That's crazy. It's a good sound effect. Sound effects in this game are great. They're really, really good. I'm really excited about the visual update they're gonna do too. And hopefully it'll... The thunder's crazy. Hopefully it will do the updating of the hard drive, because right now this game is kind of locked in where it can only use like a few CPU cores. Might just be one, I don't remember. But if they open that up, that would be huge. You won't have nearly as much lag sometimes, especially for our recordings. Because I have like a really good CPU, and yet it's not using its full potential because of that block. Again, remember, this game was designed back when 4 cores was a lot on a CPU. If you know what that means. All right. There's the walking stick right there. Let's grab that. All right, you retrieved Bingo's walking stick. You should now bring it to Bywater. All right, so we're actually gonna get on our war steed, which is a big, huge horse that we have instead of our boar. And it's a little faster because we are gonna, it's a harder control in this game, but it's a little bit faster than regular mount. Even my 78% mount. I've done the testing. Now granted, my particular mount right now can only go to 14 speed, instead of 16, which is the highest of the war mount, but it's still faster. I also can't use abilities outside of the areas you can use war seeds. Bywater's about halfway through the Shire, so whoop, jump, jump, jump. Whoa, oh, got over it, just barely. Wee-haw! Just gonna fly over these people's houses. Excuse us, pardon us. I like that it's got the little, he's like in full armor, this horse. This is Irontail, by the way, this horse's name. Whew! Over the hills of the Shire. But again, going this speed, again, I got 1 CPU core loading all this. So that's an update that I really want them to do, because it'll really open this game up to being a lot more new, you know, refreshed. Still such a great game, though. All right, here we go. So I believe he is in here, in the Green Dragon. Oh, we know what the Green Dragon is, do we not? Again, Green Dragon is not in Hobbiton. It is in Bywater. It's a town next door. All right, there he is.
Ah, there you are, my traveling companion.
Ah, there you are, my traveling companion, and you have collected my walking stick. Very good. That will be a big help on the miles ahead, I do not doubt it. I did not nip into the Green Dragon for just an ale, Zollin, though it is quite good, and you should try some. No, I was being followed and about town by a number of those nosy hobbits, and came in here to evade them. I think perhaps we too should leave quietly and slip through the swamps around Frogmorton, so we can leave without being pestered. I will meet you in Frogmorton, or Frogmoors. Frogmorton's the town, Frogmoors is the swamp, apparently. All right, we'll meet you there. Zollin Ironshield, on his way. Baruch Khazad! Yes, indeed, Zollin. Baruch Khazad, Khuzad menu. All right, how far do we have to go? Should I just get my war steed again? Oh no, it's really close. Again, if you ever play this game, you're wondering why when you come out of a place, it takes a while to load things sometimes. Again, that's probably the reason that I told you. Right, here's the swamps. There he is. The Frogmoors. All right, we're here. Can I, there, kneel down. Guess not.
I think we evaded the nosy hobbits, but my choice of detour is not ideal.
Zollin, you see, I simply cannot stand frogs and toads. The sight of them fills me with, trepidation. There's your word of the day, everyone. Trepidation. And I find myself quite unable to move. No, do not say it. I thought perhaps the Frogmoors was just a silly name. I did not know it would be home to so many of the creatures, slimy, croaking devils. Can you defeat some of the wild toads in our way, just enough for me to get back to the road? I would appreciate it even ever so much. Of course, we'd be happy to help you with that. All right, where are these toads? All right, there's one right there. Come here, you angry hill toad. Dunzo. That not count? Defeat wild hill toads. There we go, that one counted. That one counted. I'm shooting them with my bow. I'm so high level, they just die instantly. Aha! All right, got one more. Cha-ha! All right, the toads are dealt with. There was obviously only 4 toads in the entire swamp, obviously.
You are not going to believe this, but I have forgotten something else.
Something else I wish to bring with me. I brought one of the satchels I intended to bring, but forgot the other. Can you run back to my home and retrieve it for me? I simply can not do without this other satchel. Indeed, it contains almost the entire reason for my journey. You have defeated enough of the toads that I should be able to make it back to the road, and we'll continue to journey while you run back to get my other satchel. I will meet you up with you at the outskirts of the town of Budgeford, I believe is how you say it. Budgeford, if you find that agreeable. Alright, I'm about to leave him. I'm about to do it. I'm not gonna do it. Fine, we'll go get his silly satchel. But we're gonna do it faster way, better get back to his house, like we did before with the teleport. What a lot of work this hobbit is. Now I feel even more for the company of the Fellowship when they were dealing with all of those. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Alright. Oh, I've got my nice water bottle here. A gift from my sister. With some really awesome art that she designed on it. Isn't that cool? It's pretty cool. Very, very cool. And if you guys are curious, this is going to be backwards for you, but I believe you can go to, I think she has a site. An internet site right there. It's flipped for you guys, but yeah, maybe I'll link in the description for you guys. You can go click on it if you want to see. She's getting she has a newsletter for information about stuff with that. It's pretty cool. They're making a game and stuff. All right, it's a card game. I need to go back to nickel delving. Oh, look at that, our new word. The way we learned how to say it correctly. From one of the voice actors of all things. You know what, I think that's a better spot. I think you guys can hear me good still. A little more visuals, you can see my models back here, right? Doesn't cover my whole face. I think that's better, right? Yeah, I think so. Alrighty. Let's go back to his house. That's awful. He's just so much work. Hobbits are like children. Though kids are great. Kids are awesome. I wish more people would keep that spark that children have, where they're always just happy and having a good time. More people were nice like that, we'd have a lot less grumps in the world. A lot less sack-filled Bagginses. Alright, so I think it's inside his house. They're probably, all the Hobbit neighbors are probably wondering why Zollin just keeps running back to his house over and over. There it is. There's his satchel. Bingo's other satchel. He just left it on the floor. What a dork. You retrieved Bingo's other satchel and should now bring it to him at Budgeford. Alright, well, I believe we can take a fast travel to Budgeford. So let us go back over to the fast traveler guy. Is there a... I'll take a horse to stock. It'll be faster. That's an elf.
Good day.
Good day to you there. Can you give me a fast travel to... You can't? Really? Come on. How about... Okay, just take me to Hobbit. That'll get us closer. While we do that, I think we might actually do a teleport for you guys. Ready? Baruch Kuzard! Alright, we're here in Hobbiton. There's a little teleport over. And now let us go to the... We need to go here. We go to stock and stop halfway. Alright, that's what we'll do. You can see the beautiful Shire as the horse automatically rides. I don't even have to use my other hand. I can just look around with the mouse. Again, that's a trick. If you're doing a fast travel, or not a fast travel, but a travel where the horse automatically runs for you, you can hold down the left mouse button with your hand and just slowly move it to look around while your horse is traveling. And then you can also go inside your head, which makes it a little easier to see as you travel. And the travel is very quick. It's very fast. It's faster slightly than the traveling your own mount. It might be similar to the war mount speed. It's kind of hard because sometimes you can try to race people when they're going by with your own horse, but sometimes you get the issue of lag, and then it kind of the experiment goes away because people are like jumping between two people. Depends on how good their connection is usually. Alright, we're here at Frogmorton. A little bit farther. We're going to jump off right here at this intersection. And then we will go up to talk to him near the bridge there. This is very fun. Thank you for joining me today, my friends. Again, this is my more... We do lots of different things on a LOTRO Adventure playlist. If you want my more refined, doing just voiceovers and going through the stories and quests and main chapters, check out LOTRO Tale playlist. It'll pop up at the end of the video too, down here at the bottom. Oh, there was our turn. Alright, let's walk right here. Oh, there's ore right there. Oh, it's a rich copper deposit. Well, bring to me all of your goodies. Alright, sweet. It gave us amethyst and 5 chunks of copper ore. 2 chunks of copper ore. 2 copper coins! Do a comment if you know what that's from. I'm not going to give it away. How about I give you 2 copper coins? And I'll give you a hint. The pirate looks very upset with him when he says it. Huh, what's happening here?
There you are, and you retrieve the satchel I left behind.
I left behind! There you are, Zollin, and you retrieved the satchel I left behind! Thank you very much for this, my friend. Do you know why this satchel is so important to me, for me to have? It is because the bag contains my parchment, quill, and several ink bottles. I intended to write about my journey, keeping a record of everything that happens to us on the way. I want to document my adventures, so I will never forget it. I thought it would be easy to leave my home, Zollin. This is a good thing to remember, by the way, guys, for a life lesson. I find that if you're with a bunch of friends, you know, we have these convenient little things called phones with cameras. You know, ask everyone to take a picture, you know? Like, then you can all remember, you can send it to them later. You all remember your fun day going, you know, on a hike or going to eat or going to play a sport game, right? That kind of thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to document stuff. You can write it down too in a journal. I'm not much of a journal writer, even though I do like using a quill pen. But, yeah. So I usually document things with either like a recording with my voice or a video or a picture, that kind of thing. It's so convenient we have that these days. I need to hear his voice one more time.
There you are,
and you
retrieve the satchel I left behind.
I thought it would be easy to leave my home, Zollin. I told you as much when we departed Mickle Delving, did I not? But it seems that some part of me has been dragging his feet. Some part is dragging his feet. It's funny. First, I left my walking stick, and then I developed a fear of toads I never had before, and then I discovered my satchel and writing supplies were left behind. Like young Willy Bald there, with the hole in his boat, I am finding it harder to leave home than I expected. But I will not give up as long as I have you nearby to encourage me, my friend. The journey awaits, and we will help you as best we can, Mr. Bingo Boffin. Zollin, at your service, and your families, as the dwarves say.
Our journey continues, my adventurous friend.
Our journeys continue, my adventurous friend. Our journey continues. It will be a short walk to the Brandywine Bridge, and then we will cross into Buckland. I have only been over the bridge a few times in my life, and that was to visit my cousin, Priska and her family. Perhaps we can stop by her home for a short visit before traveling further east. But let us not get ahead of ourselves. First, let us walk to the bridge and admire the view. These poor guys are all stuck. All right, let's go to the bridge. What are you doing? I'm having an adventure. I've paddled all the way from Frogmorton. Are you trying to kill yourself? Get out of the water before you drown. But I'm paddling to the Brandywine. My cousin in Buckland sent me the boat, and I'm going to visit. You crazy took! You're mad as a baggins! This is a cover. I'm just trying to float my boat down the river. Come down and help me. I'm not getting in there. Besides, you have a hole in the boat, in the bottom. You're not going anywhere. I know that much. Their conversation, that's great. Alright, so let us continue on, my friends, and travel on to the Brandywine Bridge, which is more than 20 miles from here, in reality. One thing I'm going to start doing and remembering is to drink water when I'm doing these videos for you guys, because my voice gets so messed up later if I'm doing crazy voices. This isn't too bad. Hobbits aren't too bad to do. A little hard to do the female high voices, obviously, but they're not as bad as like doing like some crazy like Ring Wraith or Oathbreaker or, you know, Undead Dwarf.
Skorgrim Dauran, the undead dwarf.
You know, things like that. I had fun doing King of the Dead voice on a Rise to War video. I gotta thank you for the nice compliment to one of my viewers. Alright, here we are.
Let us cross the bridge and visit my cousin Priska.
His voice changed a little. Let us cross the bridge and visit my cousin Briska. It wasn't so long ago that I was learning to swim near here. Do you remember? It was right over there. Yes, we remember. Bingo stands silently in thought for a moment. I appreciate you not telling everyone that I was not really swimming, Zollin. That was a kind turn, and I will not forget it. It will still be a fine adventure, even bridge bond, and landlocked. Let us cross the bridge and visit my cousin Priska at her home in Newberry Park? No, I'm just kidding. That's a place in California, I believe. If I remember correctly, her home is just across the bridge and south through the Buckland Gate. First house on the left. All right. Well, let's go across the Brandywine. The Brandywine Bridge. It comes from the north, Evendim Lake. Let's do a quick little map for you. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Map up. All right, comes down here, comes out of Evendim Lake. The water all comes from Fort Shell and the ice up here, and it goes down the Brandywine right past the Shire where the Buckland Bridge is, and goes all the way out to the ocean down here. Yes, we did a geography video on that on my geography playlist for LOTRO Geography. Yeah, you're a fan of that kind of stuff. Check out that playlist on my channel. I obviously don't put quite as much time into that, but if people end up start liking that a lot, I will make more of those videos too. They just take a little bit more work and thought. Let's see, where is this person's house? Right here? Oh, there it is. All right. Priska Boffin.
It has been so long since Cousin Bingo came to visit.
It has been so long since Cousin Bingo has came to visit. Oh, it has been so long since Cousin Bingo has come to visit, and the house is so dirty and untidy. I wish he had written a letter to let me know he was coming, but my children are out and about already, running errands throughout Crick Hollow, Newberry, and Buckland. Would you mind telling them to come home? You ask Priska how you will find her children, and she smiles. I could tell you where I thought they were going, if that helps. Angelica loves animals. She is always looking to feed the water and water the livestock, even loves cleaning up after them. If there is an animal in jeopardy, she will be there as well, trying to help. Make sure I don't get messed with these names. Burlicka? Burlock? I think it's Burlock. Burlock also likes to help out with the chores, but only if they bring him near to a quiet, sunny place to sleep. He is likely sleeping in a haystack somewhere. Camellia Camellia, whoa, left home with a bucket. She was going to get some water from the well. There's a lot of children. Need all these names. Denotus has been sweet on young Celadine Brandybuck for some time now. She may know where he is. Esmeralda loves to go dancing with Toad Marsh. Fosco, oh my goodness, how many children does she have? Fosco is usually among my children in that he loves the river and the ferry and wants to learn boating. He is likely daydreaming not far from the Buckleberry Ferry. I went to Buckland Fair with Griffo earlier today, but I had my fill before long and came home. Griffo may still be there. He was really tucking into his food when I left. All right. You regret agreeing to find Prisca's children without first knowing how many there are. Yes, I do. I do greatly.
Mind telling my children to come home?
Yes, sure, we'll do that. Oh my gosh, they're all over Buckland. Alright, so here's one. How do you think she was caught up here? She does not want to come down, does she? Not with all this attention anyway. You tell Angelica that Bingo Boffin, her first cousin, once removed, has come to visit. Oh, how lovely! My mother always spoke very highly of Cousin Bingo. I will head home to see him in just a moment. All right, well, they figured out. Shoo, shoo, get off the roof. Get along now, Miss Cow, along. I dare say we should get one of the bounders to help. They're kind of like the sheriff. Technically, my character is an official bounder. Oh, there he is by the haystack. Moms know everything, right? She has almost as many kids as my pastor's family. Not quite, but almost.
Let a fellow sleep if you have any decency.
But they're all good friends of mine, so if they ever see this episode, you guys are awesome. I always think of them all as my awesome siblings, so it's kind of fun. All right.
Let a fellow sleep if you have any decency.
Well, let a fellow sleep if you have any decency. What is it? What is the hurry? Let a fellow sleep if you have any decency. You tell Berillac, or how do you say his name? Berillac? Something like that. The Bingo Boffin, his first cousin once removed, has come to visit. Well, alright. I will get up in a moment. Oh my goodness. A true young boy. All we want to do is sleep. Alright. So now we're going to move down. Well, here's the well. Remember, she was sent with the bucket.
Yes. Can I help you with something?
Yes. Can I help you with something? You tell Camilla... Weird names, man. Camellia that Bingo Boffin, her first cousin once removed, has come to visit. Oh, how nice. I had better finish drawing water from the well and bring it home. I imagine that adventuring is thirsty work, and Cousin Bingo may be quite parched. Sounds like a good idea, little hobbit. I'm going to go find the rest of your siblings that I somehow got roped into doing. Oh, there's one right there. It's, Ding Dong.
You see before you a defeated hobbit, stranger.
You see before you a defeated hobbit, stranger. I asked Celandine Brandybuck to the festival dances, but she did not wish to attend them with me, and told me so. I picked these flowers, and everything. What a crushing defeat. You give Denotus your sympathies, and also tell him that Bingo Boffin, his first cousin once removed, has come to visit. I like how they said the same thing over there. I see. I will come home to see Cousin Bingo, and will attempt to adopt a sunny disposition. He will be none the wiser. The next time he comes to visit, perhaps I will have bounced back from this sad defeat. It is to be hoped, is it not? Oh, how sad he was rejected with his flowers. It's alright, don't worry. There are lots of other young hobbit lasses for you. young hobbit lad. There we go. Get the right words out. All right. So now we are going to grab the next hobbit. Where are you, other hobbit? Still like thunder. And it's nighttime in the game, but thunder all over the place. Looks like we got Esmeralda Boffin playing on this rock.
Dancing is something you can do anywhere. And should.
Oh, that's a crazy voice. Okay, here we go.
Dancing is something you can do anywhere. And should.
Dancing? That's so weird. Wow, that was a weird one.
Dancing is something you can do anywhere. And should.
Dancing is something you can do anywhere. And should. Might be a little high. La 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 la. Deedly 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 oh la la la. You apologize for the interruption and also tell Esmeralda that Bingo Boffin, her first cousin once removed, has come to visit.
Dancing is something you can do anywhere. And should.
What a lovely surprise! I will return home in a moment. Dancing is something you can do anywhere, and you should. It's a weird voice because it's kind of high, kind of low. Hard one to hit. It's alright. Continue to improve voiceovers. It's fun because I go back and watch some of my original voiceovers on our channel here, and I've definitely improved from when I started. I think my beginning ones are still good, but I've improved. So that's a positive thing. Improvement is fun to see. In anything you are trying to do in life, always try to look at the little improvements that you've done for yourself, and always try to improve a little bit, but also be confident in what you've done. Don't always put yourself down and think it's bad work, because that's not a good way to look at anything in life, you guys. You'll be depressed if you do that. All right. Focus Boffin.
All right. I'll go there in a moment.
What? One of the focus eyes blinks open and slides to you closely. You apologize for waking him and also tell him that Bingo Boffin, his first cousin, once removed, has come to visit. Oh, all right. I'll go there in a moment. His eyes blinkily shut and the snoring resumes. All right. Well, fine. Be that way. You better be there. Zollin Ironshield will come back and get you. All right, so the last child, Griffo Boffin, should be right over here. Could have probably broke these episodes up a little bit more, but these are going long. At least this episode is. Griffo Boffin.
The food at this fair is delicious and abundant.
The food at this fair is delicious and abundant. Hello there, stranger. I'm waiting for another plate of meat and cheese, but if you let someone know, I am sure they will bring you one as well. The food at this fair is delicious and abundant. You tell Griffo that Bingo Boffin, his first cousin, once removed, has come to visit. Ah, I have not seen Cousin Bingo in a long time. The last time he came to visit, I was very small. I remember Mother served a delicious roast duck pie, and there was plenty for everyone. I will return home to see Cousin Bingo in a moment.
I like how everything, he's like all about food. Like, I remember when I was a child, like we all do that, right? Like, oh, I love that one thing my grandma or my mom or whoever made, right? Or family member. Barbecue, whatever you did. All right, so let's go back and talk to Bingo outside of his cousin's house in Newbury. Or Newbury is technically right. I'm saying Barry. It's Newbury. Excuse me. Just realized it's not an ERR, it's a UR. All right.
How does Priska keep track of all these children?
How does Priska keep track of all these children? It looks as if all the children have returned. Where did Priska find the time to have all these hobbits? And how does she keep track of them all? I want you to promise me something, Zollin. If someone along the journey I decide that I want to have children, remember me, remind me of my cousin Priska, and then talk me out of it with force if necessary. Okay, there's way too much in that comment and that sentence. That's hilarious and kind of downright weird. What? It's, oh man. Oh, that's funny. That's pretty funny. That gets me. Bert Burnley has arrived at the Westbury town. All right, and we got Honorable Boffin as a new title.
I am really sorry about this, but I think we forgot one.
I'm really sorry about this, but I think we forgot one. I must confess that I did not remember Priska having so many sons and daughters. I will work to remember all their names. When I was last here, several years ago, one of Priska's daughters made an impression for me. She was beginning quite an adventurous sort. What would she say about my present journey, I wonder? She had a flowery name, I believe. Marigold, perhaps? Yes, Yes, that was it. Now, where is young Marigold? Bingo peers at the assembly of boffins, and his cousin's smile slowly fades. Uh-oh. I am really sorry about this, Zollin, but I think we forgot one.
Marigold has been going further and further into the old forest recently.
You're right. I don't remember Marigold anywhere, but that's not usual. She is always wandering off. She fashions herself a wooden sword and fancies herself a hero. Can you believe that? She's been going further and further into the old forest recently, and sometimes brings back mushrooms and other treats for the rest of the kids. It's dangerous in there, though. Bats and roots and wolves, she says. If you're going to track her down in the old forest, you'll need to deal with all those at some point.
All right, so we need to go into the scary old forest, which is right over yonder. Right here. So we have to kill some creatures in here, and then we probably have to find her. So we'll stay here with all the Hobbit Boffin children for the end of this episode, my friends. I hope that you guys enjoyed. That was a lot of fun. That one went a little long for even an adventure playlist, but that is okay because we had a blast. I hope you did as well. I had a fun time. There were some very funny moments in that storyline that I enjoyed here at the end. And you guys have a wonderful day in Middle-earth. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, as always. Thank you so much to my wonderful Patreon, MrRevel, for being a royal guard. You are awesome. Appreciate that. And my other Patreons, if you guys ever want to join Discord, if you support me on Patreon, even the lower levels, you don't have to be the high levels like them, which is fantastic. I really appreciate people that are supporting me this early. That's so fantastic in my channel's lifetime. And but if you do want to support, get on Patreon and do like the $5 one, I think you get to join our Discord and be in our little Discord community thing. But again, you can also join my Twitch and Facebook. Those are free. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter, but also Twitch is down there. So I've got a bunch of different platforms that are free down there too for you guys. And it's free to subscribe. The subscribe button's right there. Join our community here on YouTube. Voice of the Rings. Next episode will be up there, and a LOTRO tale will be right there. Thanks for joining me, guys. That was a fun day in Middle-earth, my friends. And I will see you all in the next episode of Voice of the Rings. Have a good one, my friends. See ya.